MLV Productions, where vision becomes legacy.
Welcome, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. We have someone very special joining us on the show. Now, I have to be honest with you, I was actually quite surprised when he agreed to come on. He told me that he genuinely enjoys our content and what we're trying to do with this show. And I have to say that because when someone takes the time to watch what you're creating, connect with it, and then says, I'd love to be part of the conversation, but that's something you don't take for granted. So without further ado, to the show, MLV. You've created a documentary series called Conversations with Matthew. Yes, that's right. It's an honor to be here. Subjects you're exploring, you have identity, relationships, fear, purpose, the mind, legacy. So let me start with the obvious question. Why did you create this series? In a world where everybody is talking, but not enough people are actually having meaningful conversations, right? To buy, how to look, how to live. But sometimes we don't stop and ask ourselves the simplest question, actually doing. And that's where Conversations with Matthew came from, where we could slow down and actually talk about the things that make us human. A documentary about Matthew LV? No. And that's probably the biggest misconception. The title says Conversations with Matthew. Yeah. Aren't really about me. They're about us. I'm simply the person asking the questions. And hopefully people are watching, they start asking themselves those same questions.
Can you give me an example? Yes, let me break that down for you.
Take something as simple as, who are you really? Most people would probably answer with their name, their job, their relationship, but take all of that away. Who are you? What do you believe? What are you afraid of? What are you pretending not to know? What would you do if you stopped worrying about what everyone else thought? Those are much harder questions.
And some of your episodes deal with quite uncomfortable subjects. Why go there? It's about honesty and real connection.
Sometimes we have to look at the parts of ourselves we'd rather avoid, the mistakes, the disappointments that hurt us, the dreams we gave up on, the masks we've learned to wear. And I think there's something powerful. This happened to me, but it doesn't have to define me. It's about the different versions of ourselves. What does that mean to you? Different people throughout our lives. There's the person we were as a child, the person we became because of our circumstance, people expected us to be. And then there's the person we choose to become. And sometimes those versions of us don't agree. Conversation begins, right? So what do you want somebody sitting at home to feel after watching an episode?
I don't need them to agree with everything I say. Actually, I'd rather they didn't. I want them to think.
Sitting at home to pause the television and say, I've never thought about it that way before. Or perhaps conversation with myself. If one person changes the way they see themselves, then the conversation was worth having. Experience quite a journey yourself. Does that influence the way you approach these conversations? I have all the answers. I'm still learning, still questioning, still changing. And that's actually the point. We're all works in progress. We have to become perfect before we can help somebody else. But maybe we can help each other while we're still becoming. If you had to describe Conversations with Matthew in one sentence, what would you say? About life designed to make you have a conversation with yourself. And thank you. Thank you for having me.
Maybe. Sometimes we just need to become quiet enough. Hear the conversation already happening inside us.
Every conversation has the power to change the way you see yourself. And may the source always be with you. Today,
Greetings, I am back from my interview with the vlog, as I believe you all have just seen. I cannot believe we are at chapter 6, and I hope it's reaching the right people. Please share your experience. Okay, now back to the video. There's a voice you hear.
I'm not good enough. I'm too old. I always mess things up. And what do people think? I'll probably fail anyway. But here's the question.
Someone who gets offered an opportunity,
a promotion, a new relationship, a chance to start again.
What if this works? It's what if I fail?
Yeah.
So they don't apply, they don't make the phone call, they don't take the chance. Not because they weren't capable, but because they listened to a voice that convinced them they weren't. That voice isn't always telling you the truth. Sometimes it's simply repeating you've been taught. Somebody said to you years ago, a criticism from a parent, a rejection from a relationship, a teacher who, a mistake you made that you never forgave yourself for. Eventually, those experiences, and if you hear that story often enough, you start believing it is who you are.
Yay.
You are the person who gets to decide what happens next. Imagine changing the conversation. Instead of try, I'm still learning. Instead of I always fail, ask, what did that failure teach me? Instead of I can't do this, learn to make this possible. That's not pretending everything is perfect. It's changing the way you speak to yourself.
Because the most important conversation you will ever have is the one you have with yourself. You can have 100 people believing in you, but if the voice inside your head keeps telling you that you're worthless,
Believe them. And sometimes you don't need a new life. You need a new conversation with yourself. Listen to your thoughts. Not to judge them, not to fight them, just listen and ask yourself, is that a fact? Or is that just an old story I've been carrying?
Thoughts may have helped create the person you've become, but they don't have to control the person you're becoming. Inside your head has been speaking for years. Maybe it's time you started answering back. Change the direction. May the source always be with you.